Here we go. What's up, y'all? Betting on balls. I'm Harold. Tim, what's up, man? You there? Tim's probably having some connection
I'm
issues.
Tim.
Tim's here.
What's
What's up?
up?
What's up, dude?
Yeah, I'm here.
He's here.
Looks like it.
And yeah,
Not too much. Just fighting internet.
yeah. Well, we'll get there. Uh,
Yep.
let's jump right in, man. We got a game tonight. And I already put a bet on it, actually. So let's take a look. See here. I put a parlay on it. How do you feel about tonight's game? It's Miami and um,
Okay.
and Cincinnati. Do you have any thoughts on the game going in?
Cincinnati.
That's what everyone says, though.
They're two really, really good teams.
I'm leading Miami. Excuse me. I'm the full contrarian here.
Yeah. Me too.
Everyone's saying Cincinnati. Vegas says Cincinnati. Um, I haven't bet on Miami yet, but I did place this bet here.
Well, I'm taking the. I mean, they're 3-0.
Yeah,
The Bengals are 1-2. I think Miami's the better team.
yeah. I mean, I see opportunity here. I mean, if you're gonna take them as the underdog, I mean, shit. But so yeah, I got a 5 leg parlay here. So we need Tyreek Hill, the cheetah. We need him to score a touchdown. We need this guy to throw 200 yards. This guy Tua
Who?
Tagovailoa. Joe Mixon needs to rush 40 yards.
I mean, I guess it could happen.
Should. Tyreek Hill needs
Who? Who needs to rush?
Joe Mixon.
Hmm.
You don't think he can do it?
Yeah. I mean, I think all those are pretty safe things for all of them to happen. I mean, you know how the parlays go,
Yeah,
but
just takes
yeah.
one.
I mean, I think they're all realistic.
So, if this hits, we'll come back. $5 to win 25 bucks. You know,
Yep.
and if it loses, I did this based on a promotion. If it loses, we'll get another $5 bet. So we'll get a second chance, and it doesn't have to be a parlay the second time.
Nice.
Yeah. Uh, so let's look at tonight's game. See if there's any other, uh, you know, any other action happening. See if we can find some opportunity. So yeah, Vegas sees the Bengals winning by 4, and it being a 48.5 point game.
Huh. Um, I don't really see it that way. I mean, I see why it could go that way, but it's hard to take the Bengals every week and lose.
That's what I'm saying, and they're going against a top tier team, and
Yeah.
the Dolphins are the underdogs here. I mean, I really just want to
Which
bet on
is
them.
kind of insane. Like,
That's what
has anybody like been watching the last 3 weeks? The Dolphins look like they're in contention for one of the better teams
that they are. And I
in the
read
NFL at the moment, anyway.
I read a thing saying that oh, they're tired, or they might have some injuries or whatever. But
Yeah, but everybody does. I mean, everybody has that.
the ways I see it is they're on a hot streak. And the Bengals, I only watched one of their games. I think it was their first game, and I just wasn't impressed by it. So maybe that was just a bad game. I don't know, but I'm just not feeling it yet. I mean, I think the
Well,
Dolphins money line is the play here.
they're 1-2, and I guess that's what's concerning. Um, I mean, the Bengals have really good players,
Yeah,
obviously. I'm hoping that Jamar Chase. I'm hoping that the Bengals. I hope this game is a shootout, man.
yeah.
I hope it's high scoring. Tyreek Hill and Jamar Chase. I mean, to me, these are the two best wide receivers active in the NFL right now.
We could do a separate
Um,
bet for Jamar Chase to score a touchdown. That pays.
he's my favorite player, and he didn't score one last week, so he's due for one for
Yeah.
sure.
So I'll probably put like a buck on the Dolphins to win outright because just $1 wins a buck 68, and then separately, I'll put $1 on Jamar Chase to score a touchdown because
I don't think I'm alone in in kind of in wanting a big game from Chase this week. I think a lot of people took him high in fantasy, and the first week was just insane, and then this last week was kind of middle of the road, and he's had one middling game, and then I don't know. I'd like to see him get back to form. I
yeah,
know the ability's there. I just think Cincinnati's struggling right now.
yeah. So it sounds like we're pretty much on the same page here.
Yeah, I think Miami's going to win. I'm looking to get a big game out of Chase. I'm hoping this is the one he gets back up on track. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. And what about yeah, there's not too much down here. They kind of limited a lot of the things you can bet on. Is there anything else you see?
I mean, well, I want to mention this is a Thursday night game. And usually Thursday night games are pretty boring.
This is in London, isn't it?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it's a London game. So
What
that'll
time is it over
s-
there?
probably late, but
Or early one?
now they're ahead of us.
It can't be a London game, dude. It's like fucking. I don't know. It's really late at night. It's like 3 in the morning over there or something.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was. What does it say on the thing?
But what I wanted to say is most of the time Thursday night games can be kind of a drag. This might be the best Thursday night game all season. I mean, you've got Miami, who literally looks like maybe one of the best teams right now, and Cincinnati, the Super Bowl contender, or they were in the Super Bowl last year. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
I'm just
Here's
not
the
feeling
thing, and I think this
Cincinnati.
is. I really want to get hyped up about Cincinnati, but it's hard to.
Yeah,
I think this will be a proof in the pudding kind of game. If they don't go out there and put it all out on the line tonight, I think the jury's going to be in on Cincinnati.
yeah. And I'm putting in those bets right now. So I got the Dolphins, and then I'll get not the first touchdown score. Man, can you people bet on the first touchdown score of the game, and
That's
like,
crazy.
I mean,
Does $1 win you like 100?
like if you were to bet on Tyreek Hill, $1 would win you $8 if he was the first one.
Yeah, and you figure the odds of just insane, right?
I kind of want to do it.
Jamar Chase.
You would take him over Tyreek Hill on that? Jamar Chase, the Vegas likes his odds a little bit better. You'd only get $7 instead of 8.
I mean, I think you could argue that he would be the better pick. I mean, and the reason why is he's a better quarterback than Tua Tagovailoa. The ability is about tit for tat. I mean, Jamar Chase is younger than Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's like a veteran. Um, but ability wise, Jamar Chase might be better, like in the long run.
Yeah. Well, I got him down for a touchdown. So dollar wins $1. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, locked it in, covered that game. Bada bing, bada boom.
And so if it's the first touchdown, it's $8.
If it's Tyreek Hill, if it's Jamar Chase, it'd be 7.
Oh, okay.
I mean, still pretty
Pretty
good,
cool.
but I mean, to predict the first touchdown score is a lot.
I'd much rather take Tyreek Hill for $8. Here's the thing: getting $10 back for Waddle is very reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's awesome. Like that you can put $1 down
To win $10 if he
if I
if he
was going
gets
to
the
take
first one.
somebody, like you can win them up. Like all three of those guys could score
We could
easily.
put 10 cents on it to win. Would that be like $1?
Yeah,
I'll do that right now. Cause fuck it,
I like it.
we're betting on balls. We're betting on Waddle's balls tonight. Dude, when I was driving back, I was crossing the border, and you can bet online in Tennessee. So when you cross the border to Tennessee, you can do that. So you have the location services on, and we crossed over into Tennessee. I logged in, they verified my location, blah blah, all that stuff, and they're like, "You're too close to the border to place a bet right now." They're like, "You need to move in a little bit."
What?
Yeah, I was within range, but they're like, "You're too close to the border." So
Wow,
they're like,
it's crazy how accurate they are
I
with
guess
that.
so. Yeah, because I was like, right as soon as I passed over the line, like the state line, I was like, "Let's go," but they're like, "Did you cross the line?"
Hold on, buddy.
It's ridiculous. And now that it's weird since I placed a bet in Tennessee. I think it's gonna be like weird on my taxes now. I'm gonna have to like report $1 to Tennessee or something. All right.
Nice.
So I got Waddle to score the first touchdown of the game. Let's see it happen. Dude, speaking of undefeated 3-0, like the Miami Dolphins are in our fantasy league, the BOBFL, our team, the Brown Boys. Do you see that? Do you see this right here? Do you see that?
Yeah,
3-0.
first place.
Undefeated.
If it ended today, we'd walk away with a trophy.
And $100.
Hey, you're the commissioner. Is there going to be a trophy? Do we have a trophy?
We're thinking about it.
Because we need one.
My team's working on it. But yeah, we're the Brown Boys here. Number 1. Undefeated. Look, do you see anyone else that's 3-0 on here? Anyone? Nope, this guy's 0-3.
Yeah, breaking old habits.
He turned us down for a trade. I tried to get Saquon Barkley off that motherfucker. And he was like, nah.
Ugh. Hey, man, I'll tell you this. If you put Saquon Barkley on this team, you can run it by yourself for the rest of the year.
I tried.
I got no interest in that motherfucker.
Oh, really? Oh. Well, he
So-
offered Saquon Barkley to us, but I was like, nah, we don't want him. Get that guy out of here.
Yeah. Not only does he suck,
His team
the
sucks.
Giants suck.
Yeah, that's
The
kind of what I
whole
was
state
thinking.
of New York kind of sucks.
Yeah. So I gave him an
It is what it
opportunity,
is.
and he wasted it. This Terrapin guy is kind of creeping up, and our opponent here, he lost his first game, but he won his last 2, and he's projected to win against us this week.
Let's check him out.
Let's check him out. He's got Jalen Hurts. That's why.
Cool.
And Tyreek Hill.
That's what's killing me. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wait. How does this guy have Taylor, Chubb, and Hill? Damn, dude. He must have gone.
He has Nick Chubb. Jonathan
Yeah.
Taylor.
Yeah. So, like, he must have, in the draft, he must have taken Taylor first, then took Tyreek Hill in the second, and then took Nick Chubb in the third. Pretty damn good. Jalen Hurts, obviously. He's got a gravy train matchup this week. Hey, but we're playing Baltimore, and Buffalo is still the best team So Jalen Hurts can suck my balls. I'm not worried about Jalen Hurts at all. Hill against Cooper, that's not great.
Well, we can swap
But the
out Cooper.
Deebo Samuel versus Cortland Sutton is very nice. I honestly feel like Austin Eckler versus Taylor isn't that bad.
Yeah, he's been
I
playing
hate
well.
Ezekiel Elliott.
He's been playing well, though.
Has he? Click
Yeah.
on his little box.
Yeah, dude. He's been stepping up.
Okay. Okay. So, the first game, he played against a murderer's row of a defense, probably the best run defense in the NFL. Didn't do shit. Cincinnati also has a really good run defense. Then against the hapless Giants, he has a good game. This week he's playing against the Commanders. They're middling. I'd expect that Elliott has a decent game this week. I'm giving him at least 8.5 points.
Oh, he'll get more than that. He's projected to put up 12.
I don't know. I don't like him, and I don't particularly like the Cowboys.
I don't really like the Cowboys either, but I watched them play, and they're just running. That's all they're doing. So,
Good. Yeah, I think the quarterback got hurt.
yeah, I don't really care about that. As long as they run the ball, just run it.
Well, that would mean that they run the ball more.
Yeah, they would. But the quarterback sucks anyway, so.
Yeah. Waller's gonna stomp Fairmouth.
I hope so. He's been weak so far. He hasn't put anything up for us yet. Well, I guess week 2 he did. But damn, he didn't.
No, dude, for a tight end, that's not bad. That's probably fine.
He only
It's
put up-
better than fine.
He only
Honestly.
put up 2 points.
Yeah, but dude, most tight ends only usually get like 2 or 3 points every game anyway.
I think we kind of got screwed on tight ends. I was
Well,
kind of shopping around.
but you need to like, dude. There's like 2 guys, right? And there's Travis Kelce, and there's Mark Andrews,
Mhm.
and everybody else after that is like, if you get a 10-point game out of anybody other than those 2 guys, it's probably pretty good. And so I'm really happy with Waller. Like, dude, if he continues to get around 7 points, like, that's fine.
And he is going up against Denver this week.
That's not bad. I mean,
Well,
Denver's
they have
got
a good
enough
they have a good defense. I did pick up another tight end from Miami.
Mike Gesicki.
Yep.
So Mike Gesicki is he's like the guy that never goes away. Well, okay, I want you to look at that pattern right there.
Mhm.
That is fucking Mike Gesicki to a T. Nothing, 10 points, nothing, 20 points, nothing, 10 points. Like, he's been doing that now for like the last 3 years. And so, to me, Mike Gesicki is a little bit of fool's gold. I'm not saying that he can't have big games. And there have been times where I've thought to myself, man, this guy looks like he could be a really great tight end because he has these insane games every once in a while.
Well, look what it says right here. Cincinnati defense that has given up 74 passing yards per game to tight ends so far, the 4th highest total
bodes well.
in the league.
Absolutely.
So
that's
should
good for him.
Should we maybe play him instead of Waller against
We'll
against a
look
tight?
at what's Denver is saying as a green matchup against tight end.
Yeah, but Denver defense was strong last week.
It's given up the 9th most fantasy points. I mean, I think Waller's a better player. I think Gesicki has a better matchup. That being said, I don't have those kind of stones like to go with a guy like fucking Mike Gesicki over Darren Waller. There's no way. I'm just gonna go with a more consistent, proven guy. That's pretty much it.
He's their main,
especially this early in the season. If it was down the road and these games were like do or die, like if we lost one, we'd be out of it or something, maybe I could see myself making some kind of incredibly strong move. Like, it's not a strong move. Like, Waller's the better player. So, like, you're just going to, I don't know. Hey, I mean, chances pay off, and all's fair in love and fantasy football. But ultimately, I'm just going to ride with the guys that I think are better players.
Well, here's my thinking though. Look, he's the number one tight end on Miami. He's their main tight end. Smith is second.
Yeah, play him. Go for it.
I mean, am I crazy in thinking that, like, or is that just a fluke because he just put up points that one game? I mean, I know they're going to be focusing.
Well, here's the thing, and this is maybe why I'm scared to say anything about it, because I feel like because he's so up or down, if I sit here and tell you, oh, no, run Darren Waller, he's a better player, it's almost certain that Mike Gesicki will go off for fucking 30 points tonight.
Yeah.
But if I don't, if I say, oh, no, make your own decision, then it could be either way. But if I influence it at all, I mean, it's certainly, Gesicki's going to go the fuck off.
I mean, it does look like I haven't really watched Miami play, and it does look like they're hitting their wide receivers.
Waddle looks like a monster, dude. He's been wherever anybody drafted Waddle in the draft this year, they got a steal on the guy because he looks good. And a lot of it has to do with how much coverage Tyreek Hill takes off of the second wide receiver in Miami. Mm-hmm. But Waddle can get it done for sure.
So would that be another argument for picking Mike Gesicki? Because if they're going to cover Cheetah and Waddle, they could sneak some shots into Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's ultimately, like, you could hit big on either guy. And just kind of like I said earlier, like, the difference in points between tight ends at this point is like Waller could have a 3-point game and Mike Gesicki could have a 3-point game. So tight ends, unless it's Mark Andrews or Travis Kelce, it shouldn't really make or break you. If one of them has a good game, a big game, it's kind of like this great bonus. Like, you're almost guaranteed to fucking win if your tight end has a good game. I would go with Darren Waller here. I mean, personally, that's what my gut says. But I've been Mike Gesicki, and I've attempted to Mike Gesicki.
Yeah.
And I've never successfully Gesicki'd.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to see how it goes against Denver's defense there. So we have other wide receivers. You said that you didn't feel too hot on Amari Cooper there.
Well, I think he's got a good matchup, and I don't know who I would play over him necessarily.
We have Marquise Brown. Julio's out this week. I mean, they're not saying that yet, but he's hardly going to play if he plays.
So I want to say
and
that
Devonta Smith, we're retrading Scary Terry, so we have an open waiver for that to get.
So I want to just go on the record here, and this is where I will put my little flag in the ground, and I'll go against the guys at Yahoo because I think they're fucking crazy, and they've been fucking crazy for like the last 3 years, and maybe I'm the only person who thinks this way, but Damian Harris is. It's disrespectful what projections they put him at. When a guy, because it's not like Damian Harris just came out of fucking nowhere and he's having 14-point games and 10-point games. Like, he pretty much has consistently been that guy for the last year. And Yahoo consistently gives him a fucking 7. So not only am I setting the record straight here, I'm betting on balls. Guys, play fucking Damian Harris. Belichick loves the guy, and that's not like a regular thing in New England. He's consistent as hell. I mean, you really couldn't ask for better value for running back number 2. I mean, the guy gets it done, man. I don't know what more you could want out of the guy. I don't understand where the low projections come from, and I don't know if it's a hateful thing or if it's because there have been so many years in past where New England has 4 or 5 different running backs where they go with, and they're constantly rotating them. And so everybody's like
That's
Oh,
probably
stay
it.
away from New England. They don't translate well to fantasy. Well, I'm telling you that Damian Harris, he sets he's the opposite of that. He's gonna get the fucking ball. They're gonna run the offense through him. They've got a young quarterback who's floundering about out there. Belichick loves to run the ball. Run Damian Harris, guys.
How are they going to do
Oh,
against
and
Green Bay?
Damian Harris. Green Bay is ass. How? Okay, it says giving up the 10th fewest points to running backs. I'd be interested to see who they played against, other than Tampa Bay. I mean, who was really running the ball against them?
So let's run Harris.
Oh, we got to get Cam Akers out of there. I don't give a shit. First of all, what is Harris at 6.9? That's fucking disrespectful, dude. He should be at 10 points. So another 3.10 is what he should be at. And so whatever our projection is, it needs to be 3.10 points higher than what it is for a reasonable projection.
That put us at a tiebreaker.
It would almost put us at a dead even tie.
Or we would barely slip ahead. So like I said, Julio's out.
Whereas Cam Akers is going up against a fucking horror show. And the guy hasn't hardly played this year. Now, Khalil Herbert, on the other hand, this guy's a fucking enigma.
I just picked him up.
Great ad. This might be maybe the move of the entire fantasy season right here.
Yep.
Khalil Herbert looks to be the favorite in Chicago, which to me, because I'm a David Montgomery fan. I mean, you've heard me talk about Montgomery now for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like they're going with this guy. And I don't think it has anything to do with David Montgomery's ability or talent. I think they think he's the better back. And that's why they're going with him. And another thing, which this has in the history of the NFL, it has never translated well. And usually the running backs are looking for a new contract when this happens. David Montgomery's been put on the special teams. So David Montgomery's playing special teams right now. That is historically not a good sign for running backs. Usually that means there's a contract in the works and they're going somewhere else. If not this year, then the year following. Obviously, the coaching staff likes this guy, Khalil Herbert. And, I mean, look at the fucking numbers.
30.
Yikes. And now David Montgomery had carries in that game, too. And he still had this kind of production. Now, granted, Houston might be the worst team in the NFL, but if the kid's good, he should be good against bad teams. And there you have it. I mean, he is.
So should we run him against
here's where the cheese gets binding.
the Giants?
You've got to make a choice now. Because I think both of these guys are good plays this week. Who are you going to pick? Elliott, Harris, or Khalil Herbert? And here's one last little tick. I think this is going to be the very last week where Montgomery's going to have a chance to prove himself, to show like kind of what I've seen over the last couple of years of him being, a really good go get him kind of back. And if he doesn't get it done, Khalil Herbert will be the guy. It's a make or break week. So like I said to begin all this, that might be the best move of the entire year right there, picking him up. Oh, also, the Bears this is another interesting tidbit of information and why you should love Khalil Herbert if you picked him up this year. The Bears have run the ball more times this year historically than any other team in the NFL within the first 3 games ever. Not just like this year, but ever. Like they've committed to more running plays within the first 3 games than any team in the history of the NFL. So they are obviously committing to the run as well. Whoever the guy is going to be in Chicago, whether it be Montgomery or Herbert, he's going to be a monster in fantasy. It's kind of shaken out that way early in the year, and I think Herbert's probably the guy.
How do you feel about New York Giants defense?
soft, not middling at best.
How do you feel about Washington Commanders defense?
Same, almost identical.
Because I'm looking at
Actually,
Ezekiel Elliott.
I mean, look. Here's the thing: if we go into this game with what is it like if we play, say we were to play Herbert instead of Elliott, we went in with almost a 10-point under projection, and we came out winning. Well, it would be a chance for me to tell Yahoo to go fuck themselves. And I've been waiting for that for a very long time.
Yeah, but I actually want to win.
I mean, I know you do, but it's week 3, and I think I'm right. I don't know.
What about between him and maybe Damian Harris?
That's a hard choice.
Against Green Bay.
I like them both.
Well, because Green Bay probably has a tougher defense.
I think you could argue that, yeah.
So perhaps Khalil will have more
opportunities. You know,
opportunities.
one thing in fantasy that I've found is sometimes the very best move is to not make a move and to see how it shakes out.
Well, that's what we've
And I'm
done
not
so
saying-
far, and we've won everything. But now I've made a shit ton
Right.
of moves this week, so we're probably gonna lose one.
Well, but look at our team. It hasn't. Yeah, we've made changes, but it hasn't really significantly changed so much that we're looking at some kind of different picture here. It's the same scenario.
Oh, hey man, I gotta get up for just 1 second. I'll be right back. All right.
Yeah,
And then we'll.
it is a good question though, and I think honestly, where my heart is leading me on this one, I love Damian Harris. But if I have to pick a guy for this week in between the two of them, because if I had them both, well, I mean, it's kind of unfair to say because I have them both here, but I'm also not making decisions by myself. I would definitely consider running both of them. I think they both have good matchups. I think Harris is drastically underprojected, and I think they're both poised for a good game. Is that the decision we're going to come to here? I don't know. It's hard to say. We've kind of got, Eckler's really only our sure thing at running back. And to me, everybody else is something we've got to look at every week. Eckler's solid. I think I'm not alone in thinking that Eckler's going to come back strong throughout the rest of the year. So we'll see.
So are we sticking with what we got, or are we gonna try to squeeze in Herbert?
Oh, my gut says Herbert. If I could run them both, I would. But if I've got to pick one, I'm gonna go with Herbert this week.
Over who?
Harris. I mean, personally, yeah, Harris. That being said, I think Harris is still going to get at least 10 points this week.
Let's reset this Zoom here.
Okay.
Because we're about to get booted.
All right.
All right, y'all. Bear with us just 1 second while we reset. Do the whole reset. There we go. Betting on balls. Oh, ridiculous. Pick some licks. Cool. Tom Brady. Not looking so great. Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Sweet. And I should have my screen share back, so we should be back in action. So, yeah, let's lock in our team for the week. No one's trading with me. Look at all these open trades we have. Nobody likes me. It's because we're winning. They hate us because they ain't us. So we got Josh Allen. We're going to stay with that for sure. What about these wide receivers? So we got Amari Cooper, Deebo Samuel.
I like it.
Julio's out. So our other
Hey,
options.
Marquise Brown's been like not too bad this year.
He has been good. He's been consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And he's up against Carolina.
Which is middling. They're right about in the middle of the league as far as fantasy points against. I'm not gonna go with him this week, but if he has to fill in next week, or even if we run him in a good game, I'm definitely not upset about having him.
It says here that he'll likely be a primary option in the passing game going into a week 4 matchup against.
Yeah, I think I just like Cooper and Samuel better this week.
Is he their primary wide receiver on the
He
Cardinals?
is pretty much, yeah. For now, he is. DeAndre Hopkins is injured, and so he's kind of filling a role. No, I know it's good that we have him for sure.
I mean, should we not play him against the Panthers?
I mean, I think you can make a case for playing him against Cooper.
Who's going against the Falcons, who's maybe
which
even
is also a
worse.
cherry matchup. Right. So that's kind of what I was just going to stick with was like, why I'm not going to overthink it here. Cooper is he's getting a huge share of the volume there. He is definitely the primary receiver there.
Mm-hmm. What about over Debo against the Rams?
I like Debo this week.
He hasn't
and
been
at
doing
some
well.
point, well, here's one thing I know about this motherfucker. At some point, he's gonna score a touchdown. He hasn't scored one yet. So it's 3 games down. Is this going to be the week? I hope so. I think it could definitely happen.
Against the Rams, that's our defense. That's playing against our own defense.
Yeah, but it's going to happen inevitably,
But the question is, Marquise Brown against the Panthers or Deebo Samuel against the Rams?
We'll go back, click on Debo's little note thing again. Los Angeles has given up the 4th most fantasy points to wide receivers. Also, the last time he played him, he put up almost 100 yards and a touchdown.
Maybe we.
All 3 times he played them. Damn. So he's obviously it's a divisional game, so those can be those kind of crazy games. So, I think it's going to be a shootout type of game.
Do we maybe need to look at trying to get another defense besides the Rams?
Well, I'm going with them this week, personally, and I've got the exact same issue that I'm facing. But
you're betting against yourself.
We're
betting against ourselves here. We're betting Debo against our own defense.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it is going to happen inevitably, but I'm not saying that there isn't a better option. We should look. If there's a defense that we feel like is good, I'm all about rotating defenses, man. I will rotate a defense and a kicker so fucking fast. I don't give a shit because I can find a fucking defense every week to play, and I can find a kicker every single fucking week to play.
Baltimore,
So we're definitely
Miami,
not playing Baltimore. I can tell you that.
Dallas,
Disgusting.
Chicago,
Chicago against the Giants isn't horrible at all, actually.
Kansas City, Minnesota.
Pretty ugly. I don't like any of that. Yeah. So it's kind of a similar situation, and I just don't see.
Where does ours rank?
I'd rather go with. I'd rather go with Los Angeles this week than what I've got available. In the rest of the league, I've got the exact same problem. It's like I don't see a defense here that like I would run over them. Is kind of the issue. Oh, now if I didn't have Los Angeles, who did I say that was playing against the Giants? That's the Bears. I would run the Bears this week if I didn't have LA.
All right, so this is our lineup as it stands. We got Josh Allen against Hurts. Cooper to Cheetah. Ugh. It's rough. Debo to Sutton. We can win that. So that's 2 out of 3 that I feel better about. Eckler to
Hey, so
Taylor.
we should probably set this in stone. If Damian Harris like goes off this week, we need to really consider like putting him into like a starting position every week. And another thing, Eckler, everybody's keeping the faith on Austin Eckler, right? I'm keeping the faith. I haven't given up on him yet. If he does shit the bed this week, there need to be some serious reevaluations about Austin Eckler.
Just moving some stuff around here. You said starter, so I guess Debo would be our starter. And
He's our
then
number one.
and then our number 2 at this point would
It's
be
Cooper.
Cooper. And then our number 1 running back
Eckler.
is
Eckler.
Eckler. And then I guess Ezekiel
We're going
Elliott.
with Elliott number 2, and then in the flex, we're gonna go with Herbert this week. Now, interesting thing, we could not go with a running back this week and go with Marquise Brown.
Yeah. That's a good point. I kind of
I'm
like it.
okay with that. It's funny. It's like almost any way we go at flex, I don't really have a problem with. We've got. I mean, there's some pretty dynamic guys on this team. And I hate to say it, Julio Jones is just fucking dead weight, man. Like he ain't doing a fucking thing for us. If we could put him on the injured thing, then I could see keeping him around. But as far as like who's on the chopping block, like dude, because it's the same case with this guy every year. He plays a couple games, he looks okay, he gets hurt, and then he sucks for the rest of the year.
Hmm.
It's nothing new. It was that way at the end of his career in Atlanta. It was that way in Tennessee, and it appears to be going that same way here in Tampa Bay. It wouldn't surprise me if Julio, this was the last year that he played.
Well, fortunately, we've got some pretty good wide receivers, pretty good team in general. The only thing I'm not super thrilled about is our tight end, but maybe he just hasn't woken up yet. He
Well,
did.
here's the thing.
He did.
I said
Maybe. Well,
before,
maybe he just had a bad week just this last week. I guess is what it was.
look, out of all the schluck tight ends, which there's only a couple that aren't schluck, he's the best of the schluck. He is the tippy top of the schluck, man. Like there doesn't get any better than him because he can have these monster games.
I don't want schluck. I want debate.
Well, then you got to get Mark Andrews or Travis Kelce because there aren't any other guys. Those are the only two guys.
Let's look it up. Travis Kelce, I don't think the guy will trade.
Mark Andrews is like maybe the top fantasy player at tight end right now.
Let's see who's. Excuse me. Let's see who's got him.
Oh, he's put up 42 fucking points so far. That son of a bitch!
Terrapin soup.
Every fucking guy that I've got like a thing for, he's got them all.
Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, but he's stuck with Dallas, but still.
If I got to be stuck, that's a good piece to be stuck with.
Mike Evans.
Butthole.
Wait, he has Mike Evans and Dawson Knox and Mark Andrews. So he has 3 tight ends that are like good.
He does. To me, the only one that's good is Andrews. Andrews is a bad motherfucker, dude. He's the best tight end in football right now.
Let's trade for him.
I'll give the farm. We can give Debo.
No way.
Gesicki.
Debo. I'm not giving away Debo.
Nobody would ever do that.
No, we'll give him Julio Jones. Because Julio's going to put up points this year, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah. That seems real fair.
That seems like a fair trade to me. All right. Yeah. Julio is on the up. And Gesicki.
And here's my justification.
Where is he? Oh, Mark Andrews. And Mark.
Julio and Gesicki. Them's my boys.
Honestly, we're doing you a favor. Love, the commissioner.
You spelled favor like a British person.
Yeah, I'm the commissioner. I have to.
It makes it sound a lot more official.
It is official. Officially from the commissioner. Hey, man, you never know until you try it. I mean, maybe one of these guys will accidentally, click yes. You know what I'm saying?
I've had some trades that have surprised me. So, it never hurts to try, for sure. But we'll see.
So far,
honestly, though, I would give up a lot to get Mark Andrews. He's one of my favorite players, and definitely my favorite tight end right now.
We're the underdog this week, even though we're undefeated.
Ain't nothing but a thing, man.
But this guy won his last 2.
Yeah, when everybody's sad and they don't have their $100, and we're sitting there with our $100. Gonna be a
what my concern is to make it all the way to the end and like undefeated, and then just lose the last game,
like the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've done it twice in fantasy.
You were undefeated.
Yeah, twice. Well, no. So check. I've done it back to back, where I had, and one of the teams was an undefeated team, but the second year I made it all the way to the end again. I made it all the way to this championship game, and I lost it again. And I guess it's not as bad as not being in the championship, but it's a bad feeling. That's for sure. Second place is pretty shitty.
Dude, there's a Friday morning game.
Yeah, I think that's the one that's in London. Yeah, I noticed there's one at 9 a.m. Yep, I think that's it.
It won't let you bet on it.
That's no, yeah.
Hmm.
Wow, that's kind of weird.
Them Sunday.
I'm taking this Vikings here. Um, yeah, I mean, I think that they have a better offense than New Orleans. New Orleans has a good defense, but they can't really sustain drives on offense. And I think over time that's going to break down, and Minnesota will end up with the win. I think it. I don't like particularly see this as being like an incredibly high scoring game. Um, I think taking them by 3 to win is pretty reasonable.
That sounds reasonable to me. I'm not always comfortable with the over and unders because anything can happen. But yeah, I could see Vikings by 2.5. Or if I were to do a money line bet, I'd maybe do it as like a parlay with like pair it with like someone that I think is gonna do something.
Um, Justin Jefferson.
If it'll let me. Let's see what's.
He's a wide receiver.
Oh, it's too early. They don't have any of the player.
Oh, okay.
They don't have the player props yet. Titans and Colts. Colts are favored by 3.5. I could see that.
Oh man, this is going to be an interesting game. The Colts look like a pretty good team, and it's interesting. They're playing pretty well, and they're missing some good guys on the team right now. So I feel like when those guys get back, they're going to play even better.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Go Colts.
the Colts are hot. It's hard to pick against them, and they look real good.
And the Titans
They
are not.
beat Kansas City. That's a big deal. I'm taking the Colts this week. It's funny because Tennessee's kind of on the opposite trend. Like they're not looking as good as they have in years past, and they are a good team in theory, but I think the Colts are turning it on right now.
Go Colts. We got Bears and Giants. Bears are
Taking
underdogs.
Bears all day.
They're underdogs by 3.
It's a good bet.
Heard it here first, y'all. And 39.5. That seems a little low. Actually, I could maybe take the over on this one.
Does seem low, doesn't it? Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Khalil Herbert, come on, man, get us some touchdowns.
Yeah. So won't necessarily combine the two, or you could. I don't know. Whatever. But those both seem like good bets to me. Bills and Ravens
Taking the Bills.
by 3.
Bills are amazing. It's easy, slam dunk. But I don't give a shit how good the Ravens are. The
High,
Bills are the best team in the NFL.
high scoring game. 51.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is going to be a massive game. This is going to be a fun one. Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson, dude. Let's go. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of fantasy points scored in this game.
A lot of opportunities in the player props, like for Stephon
Yeah,
Diggs
I
to
mean, just
score
look at
a
these
touchdown.
guys. Dude, you've got 4 of the best fantasy guys in fantasy football in this game. So, dude, this is going to be a good one, man.
Who are the 4?
Stephon Diggs, Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen.
So we'd be taking things like Stephon Diggs to score a touchdown for sure is what I would be taking. What about between Mark Andrews and Lamar Jackson? Who do you like?
High yardage, throwing for shit bombers, flying through the air like air raids,
Did
man.
did
Sirens are going off.
dude? I think he put off 400 yards last week.
Which one? Because they're both like insane.
Josh Allen.
That's unreal, man.
Yeah, he's prop for almost 300 yards.
So I was talking to a guy who's been watching football for literally probably like 50 or 60 years. And he said that the game this last week between Miami and the Bills was one of the greatest games he's ever seen in the history of the NFL.
Who told you
Like he
that?
said that dudes were like dropping like flies because of the heat.
Mm,
It was like just that typical Miami weather. Um, Tyreek Hill, obviously just a monster, came down to the wire. Some guy lost his fucking mind at the end of the game, some offensive coordinator, and like destroyed the room that he was in.
I saw that.
Yeah, no, it was a crazy game, dude. It was one for the books. It was like that snow game that I've talked about before. The difference is I didn't see this one. I just kind of heard it about it
Yeah.
secondhand, but it'll be one that's talked about for a long time.
Did the guy that told you that? Does his name rhyme with loops?
No, it rhymes with I don't know what it rhymes with. Boards.
Borgs?
Boards. Or maybe orcs.
Orcs?
Or yeah, kind of orgs. Or boards. Or a board. It's like the only thing that rhymes.
But yeah, that'll be a fun game to watch. I'm excited for Bills and Ravens. Oh shit. What else is on here? Chargers at the Texans. That should be a blowout.
It should be.
But
If
will it
it's
be?
not there, dude, listen. If it's not, the Chargers are on trial from
Yeah.
here on out. Like, dude, they are completely fucking suspect.
Mm.
I'm gonna have a hard time taking them. So it should be a blowout, drag out, easily win, handily. Houston looks terrible. Let's go. Let's see.
We'll see. I would be scared to take the 5.5 here. I'm probably just gonna sit this one out because I just don't trust
No,
it.
I think that's fine. I think if they're gonna win, they better look fucking good doing it. So
Yeah,
I think I'm taking it over
five and a
here.
half. Lions or Seahawks at Lions. Lions are favored.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. I think it could actually be a high scoring game because both these teams are terrible. The Lions are a little bit better than terrible. That might be unfair. They're playing a little bit better. I'm going with the Lions too. It's easy money.
I'm kind of leaning towards the Seahawks a little bit here, even though I know the Lions are kind of looking good this year. I just can't get. I just can't bet on the Lions. I just can't do it. And I've seen the Seahawks play, and they're not like obviously not a top contender in the league, but neither are the Lions.
No,
But them as
they're not.
underdogs.
They're not a top contender, but they can play. I mean,
But them as
but
underdogs
so can
here.
the Lions. These are kind of two evenly matched teams.
Yeah, so I would take them as the underdog to win more money. Is my
There you
opinion.
go.
So I'd take the Seahawks. Take
I
the
think that's
underdog.
fair.
It might not pay off, but that's betting on balls sometimes.
I like it.
Jets at Steelers. No one cares.
Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers all day. Easy.
Only favored by 3.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yo. Jags at Eagles. Looks like Eagles.
Jacksonville's playing a lot better. I will say that. So I think that the 6.5 is, I don't know.
Eagles also have been
It's a
playing
little high.
Eagles have been playing at a high level as well.
Yeah. The Eagles are a better team. I'm not saying they're not, but Jacksonville is playing better, and Trevor Lawrence is playing better. And
6.5 is
that's
a
a big
lot.
deal.
I'm probably gonna sit this one out.
So it seems like a lot, man.
Yeah. Browns at Falcons. Man, there's so many games. It's fucking crazy.
I'm actually going to take the Falcons here. I think the Browns are just bad team. But the Falcons are too. But the Browns just, God, it's in Atlanta.
Evenly matched.
It is evenly matched, and
Projected to be a high.
I'm taking Atlanta as the taking high scoring.
It's
No,
projected at
man,
47 and a
maybe.
half.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone
Both
sees something.
defenses are not like great at all.
They're just gonna be chucking it downfield, which could be good for our fantasy. We have I don't know
Amari
if we're
Cooper.
are we playing him? We are.
We should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is gonna be a good game for fantasy. You're right.
Nice. Dope.
Yeah, I'm taking Atlanta. Let's see. We got
Commanders and Cowboys.
I'm gonna go the Commanders this game. I don't until Dak Prescott gets back, I don't see Dallas winning a lot of games, man.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. And Dallas is favored, so this could be a good opportunity there.
Yeah.
Cardinals at Panthers. This looks evenly matched according to Vegas.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cardinals here. I just don't really like the Panthers, and I don't like Baker Mayfield. I don't like what they're doing on offense or defense.
Ditto. And it looks to be a low scoring game. Broncos and Raiders. I'm really blowing through these because there's only one I really want to talk about. How do you feel about Raiders? Obviously over the Broncos, right?
Yeah, I'm taking the Raiders.
I take them over a field goal.
Yeah, me too.
Then
Devontae Adams. Man.
then we got the Pats against the Packers, and the Patriots are severe underdogs. Look at that. I like that.
I don't think that's like that seems kind of outrageous, honestly.
I'm taking that bet. We'll be putting $1
Yeah,
on
I,
that.
I, I would too. I would take the Pats here because I don't see them as any better or
By
worse.
9.5. Look at that. That's the spread.
Yeah.
Dude, y'all might want to lock that in before that spread changes, because I guarantee you that's going to change.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 7.5 by game time.
Easy pickings.
Y'all heard it here. Betting on balls.
We got the golden boy versus the old man.
And
Shit. It looks like they're giving Tampa Bay by 1. Is that what I'm seeing here? Hmm.
I think that's generous.
Oh, I'm taking Tampa Bay here. Tampa Bay has an unbelievable defense, man. Tampa Bay might have the best defense this year.
They do. How is Kansas City's defense?
Not the same. The defense looks horrid, and the
Really?
offense, yeah, the defense looks terrible, and the offense is suspect, and the offense is going against, like I said, maybe the best defense in the league this week. Everybody's going to be talking about Mahomes, but and Brady obviously for this game. I don't really think it has a lot to do with either one of the guys. I think that this is going to be a low scoring affair. I think that it is going to be a grind the ball out, Leonard Fournette, run the fucking ball.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I know Tampa's strong against the run, but you might want to strongly consider running Clyde Edwards-Helaire for Kansas City if you've got him in fantasy this week. I just think that it's going to be one of those grind them out kind of games, man. I could see it going that way.
Let's see who has him on our league here. You said Clyde?
Yeah. Probably not a great projection either. It's just because of Tampa Bay. I just think it's going to be that kind of a game. It's going to be a defense on defense kind of a game.
Slim Pickens got him.
Old Slim Pickens.
He also has DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, Travis Kelce.
Kelsey's pretty good.
Yeah, he's been good so far.
He's been good so far, and I just think it's going to be a grindy game. I know Tampa has a strong defense against the run. I'm not saying that they don't. I just think there's going to be a lot of running in this game. And what's interesting about Hilaire is they use him in the running game, but they throw him the ball because it's Patrick Mahomes. So I don't know. I got a feeling about this guy this week.
So my concern here is just Tampa Bay offense just isn't doing it, man. Tom Brady's not doing it. His players aren't getting it done. I don't think they're.
Well, if Mike Evans has been out for the last 2 games, right?
Yeah.
It's a big deal. If he comes back and plays this week, it'll be different on the offensive side of the ball. But I'm not even really. I mean, I saw it in the first game that this is not that kind of team. This team is, if anything, Brady's managing right now. He's trying to get him through these games and win them games, which is what he's done his whole fucking career. And you're going to have these moments this year where Brady looks great. He's going to look just like the Tom Brady of old. But it's just it hasn't gone that way this year. That's not the kind of team they are. The defense is so fucking strong. They don't have to be.
Now that's great. I love their defense. That's what's been saving them.
It is going to continue to save them. That's why Tom Brady chose to go there, dude, was because they had a solid team, man. And by solid team, I mean both sides of the ball. And they still do. They still really do. And the reason why, even though Chris Godwin's banged up and Mike Evans is banged up and they lost Antonio Brown, there's some fundamentals about Tampa Bay that are better than anybody else's. The defense is phenomenal. It's maybe the top in the league. It might be the best in the league. And their offensive line is still really good. They give Brady protection, and they still have Tom Brady, who is the greatest quarterback of all time. So they still have factors that are going to make them a contender. It's just a matter of being healthy at the end, I think, for them, because I think they're going to get there. I think they're going to get to the playoffs. They just need to keep their guys in well enough shape to make that push at the end of the year. To me, that's where I would be kind of with the team.
Well,
because they're playing well on certain sides of the ball and they're winning. So those two factors, I mean, dude, that bodes well for them.
Well,
I just don't think it's what people are used to with what we've seen from Tom Brady for the last couple of years. It's just not that kind of team this year.
You give me hope when you say that the Chiefs have a bad defense.
They do. It's very bad.
Do they have a bad passing defense?
They are bad against the pass and the run.
So maybe this is the opportunity for them to shine. Tampa Bay.
No, I'm taking Tampa all the way this week. And I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Cool. Well, I'm only hesitant. I mean, we lost on betting on Brady last week. So we're going to try again.
Well, I'm not betting on Brady. I'm betting on
Tampa Bay.
Devin White and Tua Tunga, or that big motherfucker up front that plays center, like Manti Te'o, defensive tackle. Yeah, I'm betting on those guys this week.
Right. Sweet. Well, yeah. I mean, that seems reasonable, and it's only by a point. So, or you can just take the money line, is what I'm going to do,
dude.
So, I think that sounds reasonable.
It looks like our game has started.
Yeah.
Anything happened yet? Nothing. It
doesn't look like it. Looks like it's supposed to be a high-scoring affair. I guess I'm gonna go log off and watch it. Let's see if there's maybe. Let's see. Monday night we got Rams at 49ers. Anything on that?
And 2 double back-to-back. Or no, yeah, just Sunday night is Rams 49ers taking the Rams. And Monday I'm gonna go with Indy. Handily, by the way. I think Indy should win this game against the Broncos.
You said Rams over 49ers?
Oh, yeah, Rams at 49ers. Yep.
Let's get it done. I think that wraps it up, man. We wrapped up. We did our fantasy. We got our team. We're locked in. We're ready to fucking roll.
Nice.
I wonder if our guy that we're going against, if he has anyone. Yep, he does. Look, he already put up fucking 3 points.
Oh, there's already points on the board. Yeah, somebody's got 8 points already.
My J hurts.
My J hurts.
Dude, our opponent already has 3 points.
3.
That's not
Fuck.
Good. Ah, cheetah.
Oh shit!
Damn it. Break a leg, cheetah.
What are you gonna do about that?
Maybe he'll get injured.
No, dude, not Hill. Like I still like him. Like fuck.
I mean, yeah, but he's against us. I tried trading for him.
Well, here's the thing, man, and I think we're gonna win this week. But if I was to lose against Hill,
Oh, what's this RZ?
it wouldn't hurt quite as bad.
They're like, this just in, Cheetah dead.
Oh, Cincinnati
32.
scored.
Looks like it.
Joe Mixon rushed for the first touchdown. God damn it. Didn't we take Waddle for 10 cents?
I think so.
That's a bunch of butthole stew.
Well, damn. Okay. Well, Miami needs to fucking answer.
Yeah, they do.
Or not. Maybe Cheetah just needs to fucking live a totally healthy life and be awesome.
Hey, man, he's the fucking cheetah. And he's in the red zone.
Red zone Cheetah.
How does he have -1 rushing yards? He must have gotten like tackled or something behind the line.
I guess so.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to go watch the game.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Thanks for joining me. And this is Betting on Balls.
Betting on balls.